Hey there guys, welcome to the meat shop. Thanks for clicking on. Today I had some cancellations, so I have some time to play around, and in this episode I'm going to show you, or I'm going to attempt to make a dish that I like outside of sausage making into a sausage. I've done this before with the roast beef dinner sausage, but this one's going to be the egg fried rice sausage. Hopefully it turns out. Alright guys, so we're going to attempt to make for the first time ever the egg fried rice sausage. I've been thinking about this one for a while and I had fun doing the roast beef dinner sausage. So we're going to try and attempt it today. I'm going to put some chicken in the sausage. So I know egg fried rice, there's not always chicken in it. It would be chicken fried rice. But we need something to bind the rice and the eggs together. And when you're making a sausage, in my opinion, there should be mostly meat in the sausage. There's a few exceptions, but mostly meat. So today we're gonna end up using 3 eggs, a cup of rice. I have 1 kilogram of chicken here with a little bit of fat I'm gonna add to it just to make it a little juicier. But the meat selection I have is about 400 grams of chicken breast and 600 grams of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And then we're going to add about 100 grams of fat. So it's going to be a pretty lean sausage. We're going to add a little bit of canola oil, vegetable oil to the rice to kind of simulate that fry pan flavor, hopefully. I did decide to go with all dry spices for this one. I was on the fence about using chopped minced garlic. I thought that would make it, really pop, but I decided, since all my other recipes in the meat shop use dry spices because they're the most consistent. If I like this, I'm going to want to replicate it, and you could replicate it with fresh chopped garlic. Just measure it before you put it in. But it's easiest for me using granulated garlic. So here's that chicken breast and fat right there. We are going to run the fat through twice and the chicken through once, since chicken's pretty tender, and then mix it all together. I'm going to run them through a 4.5 millimeter plate or 3/16, so it's pretty fine grind. So we'll fire that through right now. All right, send that little bit of fat through first. This just came out of the freezer, so it's nice and cold. Right on top of the chicken. Get a little bit of chicken to send it through there. Fat, blend that into the chicken there. Blend that fat in here with the chicken, and we'll just run it all through one time like I said before. This chicken is nice and tender. Go get my plunger so I don't lose fingers. There we go. I like my fingers. And if you guys wanted to, you wanted a little juicier, but you didn't want to use pork or beef fat, you could get some boneless, skin on thighs, and just use that as your fat content if you're trying to do, something kosher. You couldn't eat pork or you couldn't eat beef or whatever. It'll do the same job. All right, we got the chicken and fat ground through there now, so I'm going to add my spices to it. I'm not really rooted in Asian cooking, but these are kind of the Asian spices that I'm going to put into it. We're going to use salt, garlic, onion, ginger, chili flakes. Then I'm going to add rice, raw eggs, and I debated between frying the eggs ahead of time and then putting them in to have like little visual textured chunks. But I decided to go with raw eggs because it's going to wrap around the rice and the chicken. I think it's going to act kind of as a binder, and it's going to cook solid, hold that all together. And then before the rice goes in, I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce and vegetable oil. But I'm using them in a ratio of, this is 1 kilogram of meat. I always go in grams per kilogram. Salt, 18 grams per kilogram. Garlic, 5 grams per kilogram. Onion, 3 grams per kilogram. Ginger, 1 gram per kilogram. Chili flakes, 3 grams per kilogram. Rice, 1 cup per kilogram of meat. Raw eggs, 3 eggs per kilogram of meat. And then soy sauce, vegetable oil. I'm just going to season visually. So there's that spice mix. No binder in this one. I'm thinking the eggs are going to count as binder. And like I said, guys, if you wanted to use fresh ingredients, I think it would be wicked good in this one. I think it would be really tasty. Some green onions would be a nice visual in here. But we'll see. I'll cook some up at the end for you. That smells good, though. All right, our chicken is getting nice and sticky, so it's probably ready. I'll toss those, set my eggs, farm fresh eggs, brown, blue, brown. I'll set those eggs aside and we'll break this kind of rice up into the sausage. I'm thinking 1 cup should be enough. I was debating on doing 2. I didn't want it to be crumbly in the end product. You might be able to get away with 2, but I'll toss that rice in there. Yeah, 1 cup I think is going to be the right amount. Glad I didn't do 2. You can always add more. It's easy to add more. It's hard to take stuff out. So if you're doing this at home, start on the light side, fry it a little bit up, see if you like it, add more seasonings. Okay, that's going to be cool. All right, I don't think I'm going to have to worry about the end texture. Now, oh, I forgot the soy sauce and vegetable oil. That's okay, I'll add it after. So 3 raw eggs, making sure not to get any shells in. Uno, dos, tres. Then I'm going to take this off so I don't get chicken all over my vegetable oil container. You don't need very much, I don't think. I'm going to go kind of eyeball about a tablespoon. Add about the same with the soy sauce. Eyeball about a tablespoon. There we go. Now we'll mix that all in. The egg into our egg fried rice sausage. All right, quick toss up here now. Well, might have to mix this a fair bit. It kind of made it mushy. Yeah, gonna take some mixing, that's for sure. Eggs do have protein in them though. Some people, and you know, you'll see in recipes, often bratwurst has a couple eggs or egg whites. So there is protein in them. So you will get protein extraction out of them eventually. At first there it was pretty liquidy, but now I'm mixing it up. It's starting to get thicker, so I think it's just about ready to stick into our sausage casings. I was going to do 29 32mm sausage casings, but I decided to opt out and go with collagen 22mm casings. So like a wee little fresh little breakfast sausage is what they're going to be in. But I don't think the casing size you use really matters because it's kind of a pretty unique sausage. All right, let's get it loaded into our sausage stuffer. One step closer to tasting these bad boys. Same drill as always. Get a handful. Make sure she's loaded right into the bottom. Okay, throw my C-clamp on the edge of the table. Keep this sausage stuffer from dancing around. Same as always, pinch at the end of the horn to control the firmness. And here we go. Stuff's nice and easy. There we go, there's our 1 kg plus rice and eggs. All right, now it is time to link these guys up right before I throw them in the frying pan. And of course you can do the traditional linking method where you pinch every kind of 3 to 4 inches, go to 3 to 4 inches, twist and turn, and then cut them at the joints. But I bet you some of you are wondering, like, what do you do when you make a couple 100 pounds for the shop? Well, we use this guy. It's called the Z-linker. And what you do with the Z-linker is you feed him in. There's a bunch of little wheels here, and he just grabs onto the sausage and he cuts you little chunks, little breakfast sized chunks as you go. I'm usually standing right in front of it, so it's not an issue, but there you go, just like so. See if I can bring you in for a better angle. All right, without me getting in the way too much, look at that. Slick device, eh? Oh, I lost one. Perfect. There we go. Look at that. Perfectly portion sized little fried egg sausages. Now, we got to taste them so you know if they're good or not. All right, here we go. We're going to cook them just like egg fried rice. Get the pan nice and hot. I don't think it needs too much oil since there's oil and fat in that sausage already. Let it get hot, throw them on, fry them, eat them. Throw them on, fry them up. If I only cook 3, then I'll only eat 3. If I put on 6, I'll eat them all. I think, hopefully, they're that good. Voila, just like that. Quick time lapse. They're finished. Let's take them off and eat them. Okay, we just pulled them off. First things first, we'll get you guys your bite, aka a look at the inside. Kind of looks like a spring roll. Too hot. There you go. Nice look at the inside of this guy. Just a little bit of juice in him still. Not a bad bind for kind of what we got going on in there. You can see the chili flakes, you can see the chunks of rice. Kind of got that yellow color to them from the egg yolks. About to lose them there, they're pretty piping hot still. There's your look. How's that look? Pretty good, I think. Let's taste. All right, now I was thinking too while I was cooking these, someone out there is gonna go, you say you should fry a little bit up before you stuff them and taste them to make sure you're happy with the spices. Why didn't you do that? I probably should have. Take my own advice. I was just so excited to make these. I've been thinking about them for a long time, so here we go. That's awesome. That is so good. That is almost exactly what I was hoping it would be. Like the rice in there, you pick that texture up, but it's well bound because of the eggs. You taste the garlic, the soy sauce. That's a really wicked sausage. I think I would, the only thing I would maybe put in there is just a little bit of fresh green onion, just to have a visual popping effect. But that is very, very yummy. I'm super happy with that. I'll put the recipe down below. You guys make it, give it a go. Tell me what you think. That's a really good sausage. I hope you like it. I'm sure you will. If you need, there's a little bit of heat in there from those chili flakes, so if you like stuff extra hot, you can put a little more in. If you don't, and you're kind of just looking for that savory flavor, take those chili flakes out. But egg fried rice sausage, that's got to be a first. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll make more videos for you in the future. I'm gonna eat all three of these. The casing too on this is good. I don't know if a natural casing on this would be as good. Might be a little chewy. That collagen casing, awesome. I'd also be really curious. I watch Eric, Two Guys in a Cooler. His YouTube channel, he does lots of wicked meat recipes, from fermented sausages to pemmican. He just did a video on how to make lard, and often he'll sous vide his and then just fry them quickly just to crisp the skins up. And I don't have a sous vide, but I'd really like to try that method to see what the difference is between a fried and a sous vide and fried sausage. Head over and like Eric's channel too. It's really good.